Hey, what's going on to you, Geminis? You have the Three of Cups, the Star card, and then you have the Hermit right here. So maybe what I'm saying here is some people are proud of you because you actually have created, certain things that you wanted to get. You've made it real. You've actually created it. You use your it's like you know what you thought to yourself that you wanted, you actually went and got, and you get a lot of respect from your family members and your loved ones. A lot of people didn't know what you were on, right? Especially if you were on some spiritual stuff. A lot of people didn't know what you were on, but they, even though they don't necessarily still know everything that you're on, they know enough to know that you can be trusted with your judgment, right? With your discernment, because the discernment that you have, that you're using, right, is actually bearing fruit. It's being beneficial to you. And so the thing is that the Hermit right here for you represents how and so what's going on here is that the Hermit also represents, like, you, how do I say, learning about yourself more, because the Hermit is about self-discovery as well, right? Like who you are as an individual to the collective, right? Like what value can you bring to other people, not just to yourself. And so you, again, they understand that. So a lot of you Geminis are moving up socially because you're seen as important. I'm just going to put it out there, right? You're seen by your family members and loved ones as important. They may not be able to understand every single thing, but at the same time they understand that you have a good head on your shoulders enough, because the things that you've actually have done, you've reached, says the Star card. And so what's happening here is the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Eight of Cups right here is about how you Geminis, so there's a sense of you walking away from things emotionally as well. So what you've done is ultimately you've not only made a lot of the dreams that you wanted to make come true, but also you're getting better because you're learning how to process certain emotions and certain dysfunctions that you've had that other people may have you know pressed onto you, right, when you were younger, right? You're learning how to resolve that. And so the resolution of that makes you more powerful because you'll know how to communicate with others, and it won't be this, like, from this perspective of like being scared, right, or being afraid that somebody's going to take something away from you. You understand what I'm saying? It's more so from the perspective of, you'll have a brave spirit, not saying that you Geminis didn't, but the bravery has to be built upon, right? And so the situation for you Geminis, the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles right here represents that. It represents how you, the Eight of Cups, you leaving certain emotional things that you used to do, right? Or giving up on certain things that you used to do because it's not conducive. If you want to be able to move forward and continue to manifest the hopes and the dreams that you want, you can't take this with you. This will hold you back. And a lot of you Geminis are addressing this so that you can actually move forward. And so now you have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles right here represents how this is a situation where you are in a place where you're, and then not only that too, but you're also protecting yourself. The Seven of Pentacles is, once again, like, it's a planter's card, right? So it's one of those things where you actually plant, right? And hopefully you have a green thumb, but plant and actually wait to see if the things that you've planted in the past, right? The things that you've actually planted a year ago, 6 months ago, I don't know, 18 months ago, 2 years ago, actually are working out in comparison to when you first planted it. and you actually do see that they do work, right? So, like I said, again, going back to it, the running the business, getting a new, some of you getting a new job, right? Not sure if it's going to work, not sure if it's a good job description for you, Geminis, because you weren't even probably sure if you were even any good at it. Come to find out, you Geminis are probably very good at it. And so now it's the situation for you, Geminis, where the things that you actually see happening from it branches out into having other opportunities. You have other opportunities that you can branch out into, right? Like you're probably getting more money from the new job, from the promotion, from your business. And so now it's like, okay, you're pulling in more revenue. Now it's just time to pay these bills and everything like that. And then you have finances left over to live off of and do the things that you ultimately want to do, right? And so this is what is bringing joy to a lot of you Geminis' heart, right? Maybe a lot of y'all are getting healthier, all of that, right? Because the Pentacles card is not just about money. Pentacles are also about vitality, health, right? So maybe some of you Geminis are becoming healthier as well. That's something that you're happy about, right? Then you have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups. And this is a situation where, once again, things are moving forward. And a lot of you Geminis seeing the results. So now y'all want to see more results. Y'all don't want to get in the way of that progress. And you don't want anything or anyone to get in the way of that progress. So what you Geminis are doing is that ultimately, right, you Geminis are basically, again, spring cleaning in the fall, basically, or yeah, towards the end of summer, in the fall, whatever, right? But spring cleaning in the fall, basically, on the colder weather, right? Basically, if you live in the Western Hemisphere in the States, but whatever weather it is for you, spring cleaning, right? Whatever time of year it is, still spring cleaning, because these two cards are about, like, once again, like, once you get your stuff together and you see the results that you want, you're gonna want to continue. You're not gonna want to be on some stuff where it's like, okay, I just reached the finish line of where I want to go. Now I can relax and just bug out, not do anything. No. Once you it took you so long to see the results. When you start seeing the results, you're like, okay, I needed to see receipts. Now that I see the receipts of this, I see the results of this. Now this is just further confirmation that I need to keep going with this thing. And that's what you Geminis, this is where you Geminis are right now. All of the goofy friends and ex-romantic loved ones, all the goofy individuals, whatever. What matters is what you've got going on. And you Geminis need to prioritize yourself first, truth be told, because you're seeing the results of the actions that you have taken, right? So now you have a Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and then you also have the Ten of Wands. 3 10 cards. All you're missing is the Ten of Pentacles, right? And so again, 10 10 10. You're doing great. Ten of Wands, right? Like I said, Ten of Wands is walking away. What are you walking away from? You Geminis are walking away from people who don't align in a particular way. A lot of people don't get it. Like, a lot of people don't get it. When you see results, like me as a person, I run a business, right? I run the whole YouTube channel thing here, right? Gotta understand, do you really think I want to go outside and hang out with people that are not on anything constructive? The answer to that is no. And the reason why is because what is that going to do for me and to grow? It's not. They're going to want me to do something stupid because you got to get down and hang out with us. right? And I'm not going for that. Because I don't want, because me, I'm the type of person where I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not, I don't, peer pressure doesn't affect me. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I don't care, right? And so the thing is that the King of Swords and the Two of Wands, excuse me, the Moon card, King of Swords, the King of Swords, the Moon card represents how you Geminis, right? Right, like you Geminis are understanding the hard work and the dedication that you put in. And for some of you Geminis, it may even make you emotional, because I'm not saying that you will be. I'm saying that for you Geminis, where it becomes emotional, that it's emotional because you're in a place where you acted without seeing the immediate results, right? And you stayed the course, and you Geminis are actually seeing the results that you want. So now what this does is this is going to put you furthermore along the lines of getting your stuff together, right? I can't hang out with certain people. You know, as a person who runs a business, I can't hang out with certain people. I can't do certain things. It's not because I can't, but because it's not the wisest thing for me to do. I don't want to hang out with certain people. Why? Right? Because I don't want them to get me into anything. Right? You feel me? And they get it. They understand. They understand what it is. I've had them tell me they're not on anything constructive like me. So they're going to stay away from me and excommunicate from me, not because it's some stuff that, whatever, you lame, XYZ. That's not it. They understand, like, yo, like, I'm not going anywhere for real, unfortunately. But you are. And I'm at least intellectually honest enough to keep you away because you got going. So it's the same thing for you Geminis. You can't do certain things anymore. Of course you can do it. Yes, you are able-bodied to do it. Yes, but at the same time, you Geminis don't want to do certain things anymore because you're seeing the results. Your health is good, right? Your finances are good for the ones of you. Maybe it's a combination of the both. Let's clarify the moon. Why would you want to get in? Why would you want to interrupt that? Why would you want to get in between that? You know, the Epiphany, Seven of Raphael, the Moon card, the Empress, and then you have the King of Raphael. Again, the Epiphany, the Seven of Raphael, the results that you Geminis have seen from all the hard work on your health, hard work on the finances, right? Allowing people to think of you as being weird, but you're seeing the results though. And so now for you Geminis, this is an amazing feeling because you've been vindicated, you've been exalted, you've been exonerated. People don't think of you as being whacked out anymore. They know that that you know what you're doing. There's a method to what you do, why you do it, right? And so people may not, like I said, understand everything about you, right? Your support system, your friends and stuff like this, and your family members, but maybe even your loved ones romantically, right? For the ones of you Geminis who are married and all of that. Air signs be married. but they respect it, and they trust your judgment. And so the thing about it is that it makes you feel good, so that because you can perform how you want now. You know, the Empress and the King of Raphael for you represents how y'all are in a place where for you Geminis, the Empress is about, and like I said, this is just making you better. This is making you Geminis want to perform even better, do better, because you did it. You not only are you seeing results, but people was rocking with you before you actually saw concrete results. It was just an abstraction. It was an idea, and now this abstraction or this idea has become concrete. It's become something physical. You manifested it, as people say. And so this is what amps you up. This is what makes you Geminis feel good and drive you to continue to do better. So that's it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 27,594 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Come through for a personal reading, by the way. The link to get a personal reading is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Bye, Geminis.